Okay, so really already starting off to a crazy start because this is a crazy story time. Um, this is gonna be a story time about my birthday. Crazy birthday last year. I don't even really remember much, so it's not gonna be like that long of a story because to this day, and my birthday is like literally right around the corner. So I thought, why not do it? Um, and I'm still trying to like figure out what even happened that night. Yeah, cause like the day I kind of remember, but that night I don't remember much of anything. Um, okay, so my birthday is in November, and we as a family used to have this thing where we like celebrate the whole month. And I know that sounds crazy, but we used to do that. We used to celebrate literally like the whole month. And then once I got like legal, I was just like, yes, every day was something. But when my grandmother passed, um, I kind of just lost the drive to do that. She actually passed before my 21st birthday. Um, so yeah, I kind of just stopped celebrating it the whole month per se. I think after my 21st birthday, I stopped celebrating it the whole month and just kind of turned it into a birthday week type of thing if I didn't have birthday blues, because I used to have birthday blues really bad, and I still kind of get it every now and then. And that was actually before she passed. Like, I just would get birthday blues. Like, I would just get super excited about my birthday, and then like when my birthday came around, like it would just kind of be like pulling teeth for me to do anything. So now I'm legal. I'm just like, okay, it's been a few years since she's been gone. Okay, I want to have like an amazing birthday, and I'm assuming I did. um, but okay, so I turned 24. I'll be 25. Um, so let's just jump into last year. Okay, so the week before my birthday, like I was just like really stressed out because I was just like, I don't even know what I want to do. I couldn't find like the perfect outfit. You know how like girls are, we just have to find that perfect outfit. I have a certain look that I want to look like on my birthday every year, and I never really fully executed. So I was just like, this is ridiculous. Anybody that knows me knows I used to plan my birthday from like August, yeah, as early as August, and have my outfit ideas and everything. So last year kind of was like no different. I was trying to, find outfits. I was pricing stuff. I was going around and looking for things and trying on different dresses and putting different looks together. Um, and probably about the last minute, I found something that I liked. And see, we ended up having a double birthday. Me and my best friend actually ended up having a double birthday um, for that year. So I found something, but she hadn't found anything yet. So I was just like, okay, this is not looking good. This is not looking good at all. We already had the location. I found the location. We agreed to it because we were supposed to go to Vegas. Every year we're supposed to go to Vegas. It doesn't happen. And I'm kind of glad that it didn't happen last year, because if we went to Vegas and I had a crazy night like I did when we went, yeah, I don't even know how that would have been. But I found a location like probably in 3 days. Like, it didn't take long. I made a Facebook invite, and it was set. We did have like a lot of people were supposed to show up because you're supposed to have a maximum of, I think it was six, 6 or 10 people. I think, or five people max to have a table reserved. So yeah, I think it was like 5 people to have a table, to have their own little private table. So she invited her friends, I invited my friends, and then we, had mutual friends that were there. So, we had like at least 40 people on the list. For 40 people, only, I want to say 8 of us, only 8 of us was there. I want to say that. Because it was like 5, like either 7 or 8 of us, yeah, made it to the event actually. But it wasn't that bad. I enjoyed myself, like, with the little amount of people, because we actually thought about just canceling the invite because we're like, nobody is RSVPing, everybody is like saying either like they're just looking at it or they're just saying maybe. So I'm just like, okay, I don't have time for maybe. Like, I have to book this table. I don't have time for maybe. Either you guys are coming or you guys aren't coming. So I just took the invite down. We agreed on it. We're like, okay, well, we know that this person is coming, so it's fine. Like, we got our 5 to have a table. Okay, so the day before my actual birthday, because my birthday was on a Saturday last year. So that Friday, well, that Thursday actually, we had found me another outfit for Friday. Still hadn't. I think we found her something, or she found something that that Friday that I went out. So yeah, she found something. So she had texted me or inboxed me on Facebook. Was like, I found something, and then I got us these buttons from Spencer's, and this. So she's like showing me everything. So I'm like, okay, good. Like, you got something. Like, finally. Like, yes, now we can like just relax and just get ready for the weekend. So I go to her house that day because my mom had to work. So I dropped my mom off at work that Friday, and then I went to her house like I normally do when I drop my mom off at work. Um, yeah, I go into her house for the time, and then I pick my mom back up, and then we go home or whatever. So we were going out to dinner, me and my mom, and we yeah, I got ready at her house, and then yeah, we went. I picked her up, and then we went to dinner. So dinner was okay. Like, I enjoyed my time with my mom. Like, everything was fine. I was enjoying the time spent with my mom. Now, mind you, I hadn't had a sober day probably in a week. I hadn't had a sober day. Like, I was doing a lot within that week up until my actual birthday. So, um, that Friday when we went out to dinner, I had my favorite drink that I always have to have, which was the first drink that I had on my 21st birthday, which was pineapple vodka. Like, I am obsessed with that drink. Like, I love that drink. So I had to make sure I get that drink. So we went to a restaurant by my house, and already for starters, I was just like already over it because like the greeter was fine. The greeter was fine. We, like, she said us somewhere like where families were, but I just wasn't feeling it. I was like, well, can we sit like on the bar side? Can I sit there? And then she's like, yeah, no problem. So we walked over to the bar side, and I got a table there, and there was like two couples sitting there. So we're in the middle of them, and everything is fine or whatever till our waiter gets there. I'm not feeling our waiter whatsoever, and like we're going back and forth on should we even leave. I just made her or asked her to sit us over here. Should we leave after all that? Like, you know. So we ended up just kind of staying there. I was like, okay, whatever. We'll just sit here. And normally it's a place that we go to frequently. Well, we used to go to frequently, and we never really had too many bad experiences there. So I was kind of shocked, and I like that place. But there's another place that I love, and something was telling me to go to that place to begin with because um, I didn't change it because my aunt was supposed to come, but and yeah, I'm trying to like remember because the story I remember it and it's all sketchy because I'm trying to remember exactly what happened. Okay, so yeah, my aunt couldn't make it. I didn't get her message actually until 3 days after my birthday that she couldn't make it. It was crazy. But I guess she had called, which it said it on the message. She had actually called that day. So I'm just like, whatever. So we're just gonna stay at this place that I had said originally because maybe she'll show up. You never know. Like, I still haven't heard from her. At least that's what I was thinking anyway, that I hadn't heard from her. So we sit there already. I'm like I said, I'm over it, but I just stayed. So I'm looking through the menu and I'm just like, there's nothing really that sounds good to me, but whatever. I don't even remember what I got. But I remember asking them if they could just make a drink that's off the menu because none of these drinks sound good to me and I'm not going to pay the price that you guys are asking for, and then none of these drinks are jumping out at me that'd be like, yeah, I want this drink. So I asked them, can they just make the pineapple vodka? And they was like, yeah, we can do that. So after they did that, I get my drink. The drink was horrible. The drink was horrible. Like I hated the drink. It tasted like they forgot the pineapple juice and it was like an afterthought. So it was like literally a dash of pineapple juice, and then the pineapple juice tasted like it wasn't even good. Like I don't know, like they watered it down. So it just wasn't good. So we get our check or whatever, and my mom's like, they charged us for juice. They charged my mom, I think, I don't even know how much they charged her, but they charged her. I don't think it was like that much, but they still charged her. Because the way he was saying it, it was like, oh no, it's not a problem. You know, we can do that if it's something you don't see on the menu. We can gladly make it for you and blah blah blah. If we have everything, like that's fine. So I was like, okay, can you do that? So I was like, this was a waste of time, my mom's money. Like I felt bad. So we ended up going to the mall afterwards, and we're just hanging out and just being goofy, me and my mom, and I enjoyed my time. So I asked her, I was like, well, can we go to the store? Because yeah, like I'm over this. Like I don't feel anything. I know that sounds horrible, but I'm just like I don't feel nothing. Like my birthday's tomorrow. Like can we go get some more? So I end up buying some more stuff um, from the store, and then one of my other friends ended up telling me she was coming over, which I wasn't expecting, so that was like a happy surprise. So yeah, she came over for a little bit, and she spent the rest of the day with me. Um, and then I remember running into an old friend of mine that I used to be homeschooled with. So he knew somebody that lived in my apartment complex. So I was just like, because at first I was like, well, maybe that's not him. Because I was like, what is he even doing here? And I called out his name, and and he turned around. You just call somebody's name and you quickly look around. You look away, and then like he said my name. He's like, Ainika, and I was just like, oh, it is you. So he was like, what are you doing? He said, oh yeah, I forgot you said you lived here. So we ended up hanging out like afterwards. After I was done hanging out with my mom and stuff. Like it was like later on in the night. So then I had more stuff over there with them because they was being nice because my birthday was the next day. So yeah, all the way around, like I just remember that day being like salvageable. It was really good. Like the rest of the day was good. Okay, so now like I said, we get done over there. I come back home. I pour up some more shots. And my friend, she couldn't drink because she had to work the next day, so she wasn't drinking. So I'm just drinking and I'm listening to music, and um, I don't know if anybody's heard of this like instant video chat thing called well, you know what? Never mind. Never mind. I was on this instant video chatting site that I had friends on, and I'm like video chatting with them. And I'm just like, hey, like, I'm turning up, like, it's my birthday tomorrow, and blah, 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 and I'm just enjoying, the weekend. Okay, so the next day, I had, like, the worst hangover. But the next day, I was just like, it's my actual birthday, we're gonna keep this going. So, um, we were supposed to actually been getting ready because I was already ready. I had my hair done the way that I wanted to. I got up at probably like 9. I never wake up that early, but I woke up about like 9:30, 10ish, and I'm doing my hair, I'm doing my nails, I'm getting my outfit out, I'm packing up my bag, I'm making sure I have all my shoes and everything I need. I'm making sure I have before we leave, so I don't forget nothing. And we still had to take my best friend's daughter to her boyfriend's parents' house. So we're getting ready. she's like, we're talking throughout the whole day. They were supposed to have been over here getting ready with me, actually. Um, from, I think probably about like 3-ish, like 3 or 4-ish, they were supposed to have been over here. And because I had bought this banner that was like the parties here, and we were supposed to take pictures before we left and all that, like, you know, eat cake and stuff. Like they were supposed to, like, I had this whole thing planned before we actually went down the hill. That didn't happen. I actually don't remember why it took so long, but we didn't leave, and we had to be at the place by 10. So we didn't leave here until I want to say they had picked me up until like 6 or 7, and we still had all these other things to do. Like they still had all these other things to do. So I was just like, we're not gonna make it. We're like, I should just cancel. Like, we're not gonna make it. So I'm like, I'm a little irritated at this point, but I'm just like, whatever. I had bought the rest of the alcohol that I had. Like, I know this sounds so bad, but yeah, I had bought the rest of the alcohol with us, you know, because like I said, we were supposed to be staying at the location. So I was just like, okay, whatever. Um, you know, it's cool. So we get to my best friend's boyfriend's parents' house, and then actually no, we meet up with the other 2 people that was supposed to get there. It took forever to finally meet up with them. Like, I don't know, we kept going to we went to the wrong location, and it was funny because like every location we went to, her boyfriend had to get food. I was just like, oh my gosh, like for real, like you have to get food every location, which was fine because he was like, well, I'm the oldest and I have to look out for everybody, and I don't want to drink that much, and and not be eating. And I was like, okay, whatever, it's fine. I just know that we need to be here before 10. Like, we have to make it either, I think it was by 10, before, something like that, but I just knew 10 was the number. Like, we had to be there. And I was just nervous that we weren't gonna make it. So she's irritated now at this point. Cause at first she was like, "Well, we'll make it, we'll make it, we'll make it." But then I said, "I'm already irritated. I'm just like, okay, this is my actual birthday. Like, come on." So I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna chill. I'm just gonna chill. I'm just gonna let it all play out. Whatever. So we we finally meet up with the other 2 guys that we were supposed to meet up with, and we get to his parents' house, like I said, and one of the they were actually one of the guys didn't have a outfit, because on Saturdays you have to dress nice, like you have to dress, I guess, formal or whatever, like you just have to look nice, like it's one of those clubs that you have to look nice. So any other day was like whatever, but their Saturdays are those days that you have to look nice. So he didn't have, like, I think a dress shirt or and dress shoes. So after we drop off the baby, there's scavenging in his closet looking for stuff. So he finally finds something. I'm still, in my turn up mood, trying to, just not focus on, are we gonna make it? So I'm drinking, and I'm like the only one still drinking, basically, because everybody had to drive. So I'm drinking. I'm just like, whatever. Like, y'all, yeah, you guys have to be responsible. I'm not driving. So yeah. So then turns out, okay, so we get in the car to finally head to our destination, and it's probably about another hour or so away. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, are we gonna make it? Are we gonna make it? So in that hour or so that we're driving down, we had no hotel room. We didn't find out. So I thought that they had booked a hotel room already. So we're still in the car looking for hotel rooms, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like this cannot be happening right now. Like, I just wanted one day or 1 year, that my birthday goes well, because I have a lot of birthdays where they just don't, from 16 actually, where they just don't pan out the way that I want them to. So I'm like, now that I'm in my 20s, like, come on, like, can something go well? So we're still looking for hotel rooms, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, we're not gonna find anything. Like, we're just not. I'm not gonna get ready. Like, what are we gonna do? So we finally find the hotel room that we're gonna stay at, and mind you, my phone is off, so I don't have no way of contacting the people that I know for sure we're gonna be there. So they're contacting me. They're like, Anika, we're here. Where are you? What's going on? Are you still coming? So like we're getting ready. They still had to like shower and stuff. Like I showered and stuff before I left. Like every day I probably um like I pretty much I did everything. I shaved. I did everything that I needed to do. So they still had to get ready like in that aspect once we got there. So I'm putting my makeup on. I'm trying to like rush as fast as I can, but still trying to make sure that I don't look like a clown in the process. So I'm getting ready. We're still, turning up at this point. We go and get more alcohol. So now it's like 9:45 or something now, and luckily the place was not that far from where we were. Thank goodness, it was like only 5-6 minutes away. So we were like, okay, well, we don't have to keep rushing. Like we were here, like we'll get there at enough time, to make it to check in before they give our table away. So we're like, okay, it's fine. I was at this point, I'm feeling great. So I'm just like, whatever. I don't care anymore. Because I was like, if anything, I just have to call my girls and tell them just to meet me at this hotel room if that's the case. Like we'll just finish turning up at this hotel room. Like I don't even care. Um, but we finally get done. The boys go and get more drinks from the store that was down the road. Come back. Best friend putting on makeup. Now we're taking pictures and stuff. And then um, we, I called my mom to check in and make sure. I told her that yeah, like we're here. We finally made it. I just been getting ready. Sorry to call you so late, but yeah, we made it. So then see what happens after that, because everything goes from a blur after that. Okay, okay, so we make it. We finally make it to the destination, and one of the guys, we were like, we're making it. We're going up. Everybody has everything that they need. This is where it starts to go downhill. Like more, like now, because everything was on track, but now it starts to go downhill again. One of the guys forgets their ID. He was looking through his wallet, and it was crazy because I'm seeing him look through his wallet, and I'm just like, whatever, like nothing. And it was like he didn't want to say anything, and I'm just like, what's going on? Like I finally just asked like, what's happening? And he's like, I think I forgot my ID way back where we live. Like way back where we live. Like there's no way we can go back to get your ID. We are not in the city. We're nowhere near the city. So we're like, are you serious? So I rush up and I'm telling them like he forgot his ID back, because they were like, what, at the hotel? With my thing, and it's at the hotel. I'm like, okay, well we could just. I was like, no, listen to me. He forgot his ID at home. Home. They're like, home, like home. Yes, home. Like, what are we gonna do? So now we're like freaking out. Everybody's like dropping f bombs. Like, what are we supposed to do? So her boyfriend, being the businessman that he is, like, we get up there, we tell him the story. We're like, we don't live here. We're like a couple hours, like, well, about an hour or so. But I'm like, still, we can't drive back up there, and there's not, it's not gonna make any sense. There's no way we could do that. And I was like, and I have a party, like, I RSVP'd a party, and my people are probably here. Like they're like, well, you guys could go in, and we're like, well, what are we supposed to do? So he ended up striking up a deal. He had to pay the bouncer, and it was crazy because we almost they're actually brothers. So the younger brother actually almost messed it up and was like, "Can I just pay you off my car?" The bouncer's looking like, "What? Can you pay?" No, and we're like, "Dude, chill!" Like, I almost said his name. This was how that's the only part I really kind of like remembered like strongly. And I was like, dude, and I was like, look, it's my actual birthday today. Like, I have a party. Is there something that we can do? So, he was like, well, everybody else has their IDs, right? We were like, yes, yes, we all have our ID. So he was like, okay, well, just give me 20 and he can get in, and whatnot, and it's fine. So we're like, okay, thank you so much, thank you so much. So I get in, I rush in, and I check in, and I was like, it's a party for Hampton, da da da. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, your party is already in there. And I'm like, okay. So then I had remembered that my mom had talked to one of the people or one of the party coordinators before, and she had forgot to give my best friend's name to say happy birthday to her on the stage as well, because she was just trying to hurry to make the reservation before the table got booked. So we forgot. So I'm trying to add. It was crazy because it was like a booth, and the way that the booth was set up, I couldn't figure out how to get back there. So I'm asking one of the guys, I'm like, how did you get over there? And he was just like, you just walk around, like it's a walk around thing, like literally. And I was looking over there because I went over there and I didn't see the entrance to her. So now I'm just looking like I'm this super, super drunk person. I mean, I was, but still. It was like, it wasn't supposed to look like that. So I finally get to the back and I tell her, I'm like, oh, it's actually a double birthday. I just forgot to give the party coordinator her name. So when they say happy birthday on the stage, can they actually, or can they also say her name? That's okay, no problem, no problem. So now I'm finally making it over to my table, and my friends are there. And I'm like, hey, we finally made it. Like, we thought you weren't coming. I was like, no, it was a crazy, crazy, crazy day. But we're here. So we're ordering drinks, and I remember like your first drink was like $1. It was like $1 for your first drink for the party, and then another dollar like at 12. So they had already had their dollar drinks. So we're getting ours, and then we asked, well, did you guys want anything else to drink? So I didn't know. I had no idea until my best friend's birthday that he actually spent as much money as he did. That's the reason why we chose that place, because it wasn't supposed to be that much money spent. It was a cheap place, but it was fun. Like, everything was reasonable. And because they had these dollar party drinks and then $12 midnight drinks, it was like, okay, everything should be fine. Like, we pre-gamed. We always, every time we go out, like, we pre-gamed. So it was like we didn't even really need that much drink. So we were cool. Next thing you know, because I had like, I don't even know how much money I had on me, but I was drinking a lot. And I'm trying to remember. Okay, the first drink that I had, I think, was Adios. That was the first drink I had. And then no, I had a Long Island iced tea. That was the first drink I asked for. And then we had our personal waiter for a little bit, and she was really cool. Like, she was really cool. So she was like, yeah, I'll get that right away for you. And literally as soon as I sat down, my drink was there. I was just like, oh, okay. So we're dancing and we're catching up, and I was like, it's been forever, because I actually hadn't seen them since my other friends. No, I hadn't seen them for 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. So it was like a long time. I was like, okay, we got a lot to catch up. I'm so excited. And then I hadn't seen my other friend that was with her in years, like since middle school actually. So I was so excited that she had came, because I wasn't sure who was gonna come out of the girls that I was going to middle school with. I had no idea who was gonna show up. So I was just like, okay, whatever. I'll just be surprised. So she was like, yeah, she was my ride. So I was like, oh my god, I'm so happy you guys are here. So we took pictures. And then he ended up getting my best friend's boyfriend actually ended up getting them more drinks. He asked, he's like, do you guys want more drinks? And it was good because they was kind of hesitant at first. He was like, and he was like, okay, because she was like, well, I still do have to drive, so I don't want to drink like too much. So I'm drinking, I'm turning up, I'm like hanging out with everybody, I'm talking to everybody. I became like the biggest social butterfly that night, apparently. And I'm not usually like that. I'm like, sometimes I'm like that, but in like closed settings, not like at a club or something. I don't really talk to that many people, when I'm out in public like that. Um, but this particular night, I guess I was very social after the events that took place. Like, I let loose. So I remember, like, really, okay, now, and I keep saying this last, but this is really the last thing that I remember. Okay, or the last few things that I remember. Okay, so they were doing drinks on the bar. So you go up to the bar and the waiters or whatever, bartenders, whatever you want to call them, they're spraying alcohol in your mouth. So I'm like, okay, let's go do that. And it was like only $2. So I was like, oh, I was so mad. I'm like, let's go do that. And she was a little nervous about it, but she was like, okay, we don't do stuff like that. So I was like, okay, yeah, that's so cool. Let's do this. So I paid for it. I was like, I'll do it. I'll pay for it. It's fine. So we go and do it, and they fill up your mouth like as far as you can take it, pretty much. And it was like this. I don't even know what the alcohol was, but I like tipped my head back and I did it. And then after, all I remember was going, whoa! And then I walk off, and then I forgot. I was like, oh, Candace. Okay, yeah, you guys know her from my other vlogs, yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot. So I turned back around and I go get her. And then she was like, oh my gosh, I was so nervous, but that was so much fun. It was such a rush. Like, that was so much fun. I was like, yeah, that was our first time doing it. We got to do it together. So we was like laughing about that. And then they were all asking us like, how was it? I was like, it was fun. Like, I liked it. It was cool. I was like, I didn't think that they were gonna put like that much in my mouth, but it was cool. So now I think I had to go to the bathroom after that, and it's so crazy that we have these experiences in the bathroom. Like, if you're a female, you know what I'm talking about when you go to the bathroom. How when you guys are tipsy or when you're drunk or whatever, like, you guys we have the best experiences in the bathroom. Like, every female in the world is just so nice, and you guys become like best friends in the bathroom. So I'm waiting in line, and there's these other few girls in there retouching up their makeup, and we're just, oh my gosh, I love your outfit. Oh, your hair. No, your outfit. So I finally like make it into the stall, and then Candace comes out, and I just hear, oh my goodness, your shoes. Like, so everybody is just like complimenting each other in the bathroom, and like we just become like literally bathroom best friends. So that goes on for at least 10 minutes. We're in the bathroom, and we're just talking and catching up and dancing in the bathroom, and it was like we knew each other. So it was so cool. So then we all come out, and we're like, okay, we'll see you guys later. We'll see you the next time around in the bathroom. And then we laugh, and then we go our separate ways. So at our table, it becomes like these other guys. Like, we didn't even know these other people. So they're just like sitting. There's actually like a bar setting in the back of us, so they're sitting there with their people, and I'm just dancing. I'm just like, whatever, I'm vibing. And the next thing you know, I feel this guy just like in the back of me, and I thought it was somebody from our crew, but it turned out it wasn't. And I'm just dancing or whatever, and then I turn, and I'm just like, oh, okay. So I'm just like, whatever, I keep dancing. And then eventually I took one of the guys that was with us, or one of the brothers or whatever that was with us, and I was like, let's just go dance on the dance floor. So I'm like dancing. That was like okay, now this is literally the last thing that I remember, and then they had to tell me everything else. So I had ordered a pineapple vodka. Actually, I had ordered two more drinks. I ordered a pineapple vodka, and then I ordered a adios. And then they were like, do you want it in a fish bucket? We were like, what's it? Because he had ordered a fish bucket already. And we were like, what's, because I didn't know. I was like, I didn't know that that's what it was called. It's like this big old bucket with all these different straws and stuff. And it's huge. So we all had one of, or we had one, and, we had that. So I'm drinking out of that, and then I'm drinking my other drink that I had, and then I don't remember anything. Okay, so this is where they had to tell me the next day what happened. Apparently, after that fishbowl, that last fishbowl that had the adios in it, me and one of the brothers crashed VIP. Actually, I crashed VIP first, but he was, I guess, was trying to come get me. But then we ended up just staying in VIP, and we were dancing. We had a good time dancing. You know, I vaguely remember dancing that last time after the second fishbowl. It was very vague. I just know that when I woke up, my legs were on fire. So clearly, I was dancing a lot. So after they told me that, they lost me for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. They lost me. And I was with the oldest brother for like the whole entire time. And like I said, okay, yeah, we crashed VIP. Um, the whole like everybody in the club was buying me drinks because it was my actual birthday. And they're like, "It's your actual birthday." I was like, "Yeah, it's my actual birthday. It's my birthday." You know, so they were buying me shots. Um, but he watched out for me. You know, he made sure I didn't go home with no randoms. So he watched out for me and whatnot. So yeah, I don't know how that even happened. That yeah, like the bouncer had to tell us, okay, well you're not part of this party. At some point we lost them because I guess we had to switch tables or something. So we lost them, but they ended up like eventually found us, and I think they said they found us when it was time to go. So when they found us, we didn't leave till like after 2. Yeah, like after, either 2 or after 2, one of those. So I don't know how I made it back to the car. They told me I got sick. I threw up in the car. Um, like I guess I threw up before we got in the car, and then when we were in the car, and then we went to go get something to eat, and I think we went to Jack in the Box, and I was passed out on Candace's shoulder, and we were in the drive-through, and I guess they were like, just get me anything or whatever, and I woke up and was like, I want an ultimate cheeseburger. I don't even know why. I don't even really eat ultimate cheeseburgers from Jack in the Box. Like, yeah. So I don't even know how I even thought about an ultimate cheeseburger during that time. But yeah, like I was like, I want an ultimate cheeseburger. And I want a Sprite. So I mean, that's normal. Yeah. But I guess after we get to back to the room, like I guess I didn't eat it or I had like a bite of it or something. And there's 5 of us in a room, 2 beds, so of course 3 of us had to sleep together. So I slept with my best friend, and I guess she was in the middle or something like that. And I basically had took up most of the bed, and I was by the wall. And she was like, "You just passed out like that." She was like, "They didn't go to sleep because the oldest brother was actually our designated driver. He didn't really drink much at the club, so he was our designated driver. So, um, uh, my best friend and her boyfriend stayed up with him. So she passed out eventually, but she was like, I wouldn't scoot over for him to get in the bed. Like I wouldn't scoot over, so she kept telling me, scoot over, scoot over. So they didn't go to sleep till like 5ish because they were up drinking. Because he didn't get to drink so that much. So yeah, he was drinking and they were talking. They couldn't sleep. So she was like, next thing you know, she's like, why is she wet? I peed in the bed. Oh my gosh. I don't remember none of this, but I peed in the bed. So somehow they got me up and they woke everybody else up or whatever, and they flipped the mattress. Or no, it was just them two up. There's those 3 up, yeah, Candace and her boyfriend, and then the oldest brother, yeah. So it was just them 3 up at that point. So she was like, I don't know what to do. Like, what am I supposed to do? So they flipped the mattress over. Good thing I didn't say, and they didn't see my face where we went to the hotel room. But yeah, I'm so sorry. I peed on your bed. Um, so they flipped the mattress over, and then we went back to sleep. So I woke up the next morning, and I was just like, I woke up basically like nothing ever happened because I didn't remember anything. So I was like, hey, what's going on? Like, I don't remember how I managed to make sure my phone stayed on me, but it did. My phone was dead, but it managed. I didn't like normally like I have like thousands of pictures, but I didn't have that many pictures. Like I had for like the actual destination. Like I didn't have that many pictures. I'm going through my phone looking through the pictures, and I'm just like, when did we take that? When did we take this? And I'm like asking questions because I literally don't remember anything. So they're telling me, I'm like, no, 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 I didn't do this, I didn't do that. Oh my gosh, oh gosh. I think though that would actually happen, like with the other thing that happened, has to be like a separate story time. Because yeah, um, it led to an interesting 3 weeks of my life. We'll just leave it at that. Um, so yeah, I was just like, are you serious? Like I did this, I did that. Like are you being for real? So this year's birthday, I'm still on the fence about what I want to do because I don't know what I want to do. But like yeah, because I don't want another year like that because I'm still drawing a blank or still was drawing a blank. And I'm like, this is ridiculous, and they don't let me live that down. Like they make fun of me as like every chance they can get. I mean, who wouldn't? Like I peed on myself. Like I literally peed in the bed, so it's like who wouldn't make fun of you for that? You having that much of a drunk night, and I threw up all over my dress. Like it took me forever to find that dress that I wore on my birthday, and I threw up on it. So sad. But yeah, I mean, it was an interesting 24th. The week, like the week leading up to the actual event was pretty interesting. But yeah, like I said, this year, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might like record it this year, whatever we decide to do. And that'll be on my newer channel that I just started. And I haven't posted anything to it yet because I haven't really hung out with my friends lately. Like we've been like busy, so when we all get a chance to hang out. And the next biggest thing, actually, biggest party that we're having actually is for Halloween. So I might record that and see what happens, and that'll be on like my other channel. And then yeah, I'll try to record this year's birthday. I don't really know what I'm doing yet. I'm still trying to figure out. But I kept saying I want a mellow year, but mellow for me, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Cause like it was crazy because when they told me that we were eating pho, we came back home, and then we went to the pho place, and then they were like no, we went and got our daughter. Yeah, we were hung over like glasses on because the sun was just like basically blinding us. But I had like makeup. I looked horrible that day. I ended up putting my same pajamas back on that I had on when I first got there, and then my hair was like in a messy ponytail or whatever. All the braids weren't even in a ponytail. And I had my shades on, and I had on a hoodie, and yeah, like that was the way to go after I heard that I had peed on myself. Just like I'm over this, yeah. But yeah, interesting year that was. So we'll see how this year goes. But yeah, that was my crazy birthday story time. Alright, bye guys.